Hello there, everyone. It's Kate, the Courageous Inspirer Coach, and this was meant to be live today. Funny enough, we've been, for various reasons, not live for the last few weeks, so I was really excited about today. However, we have a tech issue. I don't know whether it's a Facebook thing going on right at this particular moment, but it's not allowing live streaming. Really, really weird. And I've tried a few things, and normally I'm pretty resourceful, but I just cannot seem to run this through live stream. So I'm going to record it. This will be a recording. But today's topic, I really wanted to make sure that I talked about today's topic. Yeah, again, unfortunately, it's not live because I would have loved to have talked with people on this. So if you're wanting to really dig deeper in this particular topic, there's a couple of little things we're covering. This is going to be in our masterclass on the 25th of this month. So that's a Saturday masterclass from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be covering mastery, mindset mastery, and looking at really business habits and breakthroughs. And a big part of that is around self-awareness and your superpowers. So these, again, I love these topics because I love talking about our superpowers. And I do a lot of work with my clients around the importance of self-awareness. We look at daily routines, such as self-reflection routines. This is what we practice, and it becomes a very much a non-negotiable for us in our coaching group. But also, not just on that daily kind of practice level, really doing some deeper work and as much work as you need to identify your unique strengths. And that is done through this level of self-awareness. It also puts us into a better practice. We were talking about this in the group call this morning around where we typically, maybe some of us, find it easier to talk more, identify more with ourselves of the things that we don't achieve very well, that we don't do very well yet. All those limiting beliefs are always surfacing within our mindsets. However, doing this work as well, being self-aware at a celebrational level, so really what makes you very powerful and unique as an individual, it's really going to boost you into a positive mindset rather than taking you into that negative sort of where do I go with this mindset. We will return to that because we're dealing with our limiting beliefs a lot of the time, but it makes it a lot easier when we then choose to change what thoughts are going on in our minds, and use our superpowers to boost us forward in a positive way. All right, so the workbook that I was going to go through today, this was a freebie that came out on Tuesday, Introduction to Self-Awareness and Superpowers Guides. If you missed grabbing this guide, as always, you can pop your hand up and we will get it out to you as soon as possible. It's a beautiful guide. And as I said, really, really very powerful stuff that we're talking about here, really life-changing stuff. So what I really wanted to talk a little bit about, I guess, was some of the ways that we can go with some of the strategies, some of the tips, some of the things that we can start doing to really unearth, embrace these superpowers, and how we can do that via the use of self-awareness. So we have self-reflection exercises. A lot of this is done in so many different ways, but generally speaking, when we're doing self-reflection work, and we do in our coaching group, we actually work on a daily basis in this, that a daily self-reflection routine is set very early on when you start working with me, actually. And it's a good thing to be able to reflect on your past successes, identify those passions, remind yourselves of the things that light you up, that energize you, and analyze that feedback. So recall how people responded to you. What were the comments that were made about that sort of thing that you may have done, or things that you may have done. This can be an important process, twofold, in looking at awareness of how you could do better, so how you can improve on your actions, on your behavior. But it's very much also important that you're identifying all the great things that you did do and listening or looking at people acknowledging that. I mean, I love nothing. I used to be quite embarrassed about it, to tell you the truth, when people would make, great comments about what I do. And I was like, oh, no, 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 don't. And I would immediately go back to, oh, yes, but you're so wonderful. And then, you know what? Now I actually let that person know, I really, really appreciate you. And I appreciate that you've said that about me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't skip over when somebody does provide me with that level of feedback. All right. So internal validation, but listening when people are acknowledging what you do and that you're doing a great job. All right. Really, really important. So personality and strengths assessment. So there's plenty of ways that you can do this. We typically in my coaching group, we have a look at kind of strength finder ways. So we do audits, we do genius audits and things like that. So there's many, many ways, many tools out there, personality tools that you can use to really start identifying what are those strengths that you do have, either on on an audit type method, or there's some really great tools out there at the moment. And one of my clients actually works in e-discs, which is all about energy styles. What sort of energy styles, innate energy styles that you have, which creates a really better understanding of those personality strengths. Yeah. So personality and strength awareness, feedback collection, this is important. It's funny, it's one of those things that you kind of you're that nervous that you're so critical of yourself all the time that feedback is fear, like there's fear created around that. But that feedback doesn't need to be cut, it doesn't need to stay in that fear place. Feedback, even if it's negative, if you want to look at it, that gives you awareness of how that you can actually, what you are thinking you are providing or how you're behaving, maybe it's being perceived or landed in a different way, and that awareness is important to have. That's a power. Yeah, it's empower. So don't shy away from places of feedback. Always be gathering up either your own personal feedback, analyzing it, which you can do. So there's plenty of ways of prompting yourself to create a level of feedback, but very much around feedback externally of people around you. Or, have someone like a cheer buddy, have someone that's there, accountability buddy, that's there providing you with that insight because they're looking at it from a different point of view. So feedback collection. And then when we've got through that stage, we want to look at how do we harness these superpowers. Some of the ways we can do that is by integrating these strengths into your daily activities. So once you're more aware of the strengths that you have, these superpowers that you're going to use, how can you create them in your life, in your daily activities, in the routines that you do, in the hobbies that you do? And again, we spoke about this a little bit this morning in the group. We're working on mindset shift at the moment. And I spoke to one of my clients today around the importance of, if you've got someone in mind, because one of the questions that we looked at this morning was, what are some practices, or what's a podcast or a program or a book you've read or whatever it might be recently that you can really see had a positive impact on your mindset. And this one of my clients mentioned about this particular monk that was in her meditation groups. And she quoted this one saying that he had, and immediately, she knew everything about him. She referred to him in such a warm way, an inspiring way, and yet she's not practicing any of the things that she learned while she was with him, or was using his practices when she was in the meditation group. So what we discussed is, why not? You need to implement the practices or the things that inspire you, the actions of somebody or what they're doing, and that's inspiring to you what they're doing. Copy it, implement into your daily activities. Yeah, see what happens. Leverage superpowers with relationships, and obviously overcoming weaknesses. Really, really important that we are focusing on improving our weaknesses and leveraging our superpowers to manage that offset. And again, one of the things that we do around the genius audit is really looking at the top kind of level superpowers or strengths that we have, and how can they complement? How can we use those in order to improve upon the other areas of weakness that we've currently got when we've done this audit. Okay, so really, really great process. And then we want to apply it to our professional life. So we want to make sure that these superpowers are really significantly impacting your career and success. Are they aligned with the career you're in? You know, what are the opportunities that really can demonstrate in your workplace these superpowers? And are you always seeking to develop these all the time? We're wanting to develop them. And this area is critical because often when I meet my clients, they come in to work with me because they feel that something's amiss. They feel that something's missing. They don't feel, they've evolved into a place where now they're questioning where they want to go from this point onwards. So this point of really aligning your values and the things that are important to you, not just goals, what are your core values? What's important for you? Finding out your why, what's your why? What's your purpose? What do you feel your purpose is? And then identifying your career choice. So, a lot of the time when I'm working with women and they come forward, they're in this transitional period or they're in a job they feel like they need to move out and be inspired somewhere else, or they're stuck in the current job they're in and they want more. Okay. So really important that we're looking at applying this to your professional life. We want to overcome challenges. So we want to lean in and face our challenges. And again, we spoke about this morning. Things that come up are, self-doubt, external discouragement and internal discouragement, lack of awareness, and fear of failure. They're all things that we have told ourselves are obstacles, and we allow these obstacles to lie in front of us. We can't step over them. We can't get through them. We can't see past them. So it's your job, really, no one else's. You can have the support from coaches like myself, but at the end of the day, you need to make the decision that you're going to lean in, that you're going to head it, face on, that you're ready, you understand the importance of dealing with these challenges and that they can be overcome. All right, that they can be overcome and that you want to overcome it, and there's urgency to overcome it. All right, really, really important bits. Strategies of overcoming it. We do mindset work, shift work. This is really important. Again, the masterclass that's coming up at the end of this month on the 25th, we're diving right into mindset mastery. So we're working a lot in this around, how we can shift the way that we think and we can cultivate growth mindset. Positive affirmational work. We also do a lot of gratitude work in there as well. Really seeking constructive environments. Like this is all around that. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Really important. Continuous learning and exploration. We have to keep in this space. We can't just tick it off and then think that that's it. We don't need to go back there and do any work in there. We're dealing with ourselves with self-awareness, and we're always moving and shifting and changing. All that past is creeping back in. So we're wanting continuous learning and exploration, and accepting and learning from your failures, because we just want to embrace those. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Yeah. I don't know why we've created, I do, from our upbringings, basically. But there's this fear around failure, where really it's just a learning experience. Yeah, it's just your ability to create learnings from something that maybe didn't go to plan. It doesn't have to be seen as you failing. It's just a failure. Okay. And then we're looking at maintaining self awareness and growth. So this is continuous learning and development. This is this sustainability around self-awareness, regular self-reflection, which is why we do daily self-reflection in the programs, lifelong learnings, always getting involved in things that are aligned with your superpowers, and adaptation to change. We evolve. So do our superpowers. So again, it's not something that you can do, once and then think, oh, okay, cool, I've got it all down pat. I know exactly what I'm doing now. These are my strengths. These are my weaknesses. Off I go, off I fly, and I never need to look at it again. we're always changing. We're always through our experiences and our learnings, and just us as women, we're changing the way that we think about life and ourselves and our why. So we've always got to be making sure, we're checking in to see through self-reflection and awareness, um, where can we be doing better? Yeah, are we still aligned with our core values? Are we using our superpowers to help us, in success in life and business? But also, are they being used to help our weaknesses rather than just accept them as weaknesses? We can improve those. Yeah. So it's a big big job, but a fun job. Okay, a fun job. So in the guide, in this particular guide, the main things that you'll take from this is really just it's going to identify those unique strengths and abilities that you have. It's going to talk a lot about more than I have today around self-awareness and how to identify and harness your superpowers. We talked about different tools, different ways that you can do it, how you can apply your superpowers in your professional success, and how to overcome challenges. Now, there are also some tips that I put in here on the next steps of what you could do. But absolutely, if this is something that you're really ready to dive into, and sounds like something that you're ready for, then there's two things that you can really do here. You can attend, or you could do both. You could attend the masterclass, the Mindset Mastery Masterclass, on the 25th of this month. And we're going to put the details into the comments, or into this post. And also that I'm here for you to reach out and have a discussion with. There's always that first step, that you've just got to make that step. So booking in a call with me, these are free clarity calls where you get an opportunity to come on and speak with me about something that you want to know more about. And then from there, whether our programs are something that aligns with where you are in your life at the moment. So reach out, let us know, either book a call and we can talk about this in a little bit more detail. But certainly get registered. We're getting everything set up in the background now for our big masterclass on the 25th. Hope to see you there. Sorry about the live again today, but I'm sure that you trust that you've got enough from this. And if you didn't reach out to receive this awesome guide, maybe I've tempted for you to do that now. Yeah. So make sure you do. The offer only stands for about another 3 days. And then, we have a new one next week. All right. So I'll see you soon. I'm going to work out what's going on with live stream and make sure that next Thursday I'm there to talk through next week's guide. All right. See you soon. Bye.